This is my first time to the Usk Show, and I wanted to have a look and see what it has to offer. What magnificent flowers.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Yeah, carry on.
Thank you. E-ticket straight through.
Thank you, Mr. Rattray.
Thank you.
Lovely, thank you very much.
So what's the benefit of a programme?
You can hear, we can see what's going on basically the whole entire day, and you can also get a map inside so you know where you're going, and it's quite handy, and also a bit of memorabilia.
We are pedestrians, I'm guessing, coming in here. No, but hang on a minute. We've got pedestrians up there. That's just entrance. Where are we? We're guessing we've come in here, and the ATM, and that's the ATM there.
Very good.
No, friend.
I agree. Well done. Thank you.
That lady. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Oh, yes.
Today, same day food show. Yeah. No, that's why we don't do it.
Oh my gosh, and said, oh well, you better go then.
Food stalls already working away with breakfast. I've decided to go and look at the sheep and animals first, see where they all are, and then I'll go back and look at all these stalls, which seems to be an awful lot of stalls, which is fantastic. Yeah, a lot of stalls.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please could I ask all sheep competitors to report their sheep movement licences to the livestock secretary's tent. That's all sheep competitors to report their movement licences to the livestock secretary's tent. Judging is to commence at 10 AM prompt.
Judging?
Ready.
Not judging.
What are you doing?
Stewarding.
Yeah.
Temperamental bit over you there.
Oh yeah, preparing them all. Cool. Look at this.
There's Ebony. This is Anira.
Hello, Anira.
This is Anira's pet sheep. She's going to enter in the Young Handlers competition. She was born in February, wasn't he? So
Oh, it's pretty new.
very new. Quite new.
So what, do you live on a farm?
No, it's our farm.
Yeah.
You don't live far away, do you? So you help a lot.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fantastic. You'll be so lucky with that, you know. No, good luck, and I'll come back later now and see if you've won it.
Yes.
And then going one on the side. Is that happy and my personal statement wasn't really we come down 8:25. And then they talk and the people in there want to tell them which way to go. I couldn't do that. Why not? So what are we waiting for?
Well.
Well, what goats? I wonder how we get in there. Pigs. Have to go along and look at them.
Very cute.
Wow, what lovely animals.
They'll eat anything. Yeah, they will though.
So how do you pronounce your herd?
Well, whether it's correct or not, we say they're pronounced a Bailey, but it's Bailey I think. Then we go to your ranch, they pronounce it Bailey I.
Okay. And these are all your pigs?
This pen, these are the only ones we bought today.
And what sort of make are they?
Saddleback, British saddlebacks.
And is it an old breed?
Well, yes and yes. It amalgamated in the 1960s from the Wessex saddleback and the Essex saddleback, and they put them together because they were so rare.
Yeah.
So it's been the British saddleback since then. So, but yeah, you know, they're a great grazing pig. You know, the Wessex ones were like will eat grass and live outside.
But they're talking about rewilding these days, aren't they? And
yeah. Pigs
and then
are
pigs,
for digging it all up.
Yeah, pigs are one of the key things.
Yes, we only need to go. Somebody down there, I think they've already dug themselves a. When they arrive here, they're like yum, and they have a good old dig up.
New grass, new roots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now off to see what else I can see. I've got to be back here at 10 for the showing, and I understand the showing's in this arena. The world's cutest sheep, that says up there. They do look different. Falaise black-nosed sheep.
Yep.
Tell us about them.
They're a Swiss breed of sheep. They came over almost 10 years ago probably, and they cut the export off not long after. So they only had a certain amount of time to come over. So there's not many around really. They're a very rare breed.
Oh well, this is now off to see the cattle, and the avenue seems to be in the middle here. Some calves.
514, 515 and 2.
Don't get dirty now,
Oh, look at right
You join us now in the livestock section in the dairy ring, where our judge, Mr. Sam Bennett of Chepstow, that's class 101, the Holstein Friesian Heifer class, at the 12 weeks old.
Look at this fella. What a size.
Thank you.
Whiskey limousines, males and females for sale. Oh, the male on the right, female on the left. How do you get it so naturally like that, is it? A lot of work. Yeah, well, good luck.
Yeah, fun go. We've done really well.
Looking quite content chewing the cud. So where next? The question. I wonder if there are any chickens, ducks. I'll have to go and look at the map. So a quick look at this. We've been to the sheep, the cattle, pigs. I can't actually see anything else. Oh, a dog show at the top here. Street food, loads of tents. Food hall over here. Home crafts, rabbits. Oh, rabbits and poultry. I fancy seeing those, but I suspect they won't be paraded around. Therefore, it's not critical. And then, goodness me, look at all these rings. Rings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So lots to explore. Cattle are just being led out to be judged. Pigs are being shown. That's what I wanted. Have a look at that. How do you herd pigs?
Sam Bennett of Chepstow. The class here today is class 101, the Holstein Friesian cattle class.
Here come two more. God, look at the size of these.
Is it? Oh, sorry.
Right, well, we'll have the offset amount.
Came in too early.
I didn't realise it was one.
Right, we're in the wrong class. Sorry, everybody. Game crash.
We came in early, and you can see the crowds now starting to come in. Lots of white jackets and coats being put on over there. Oh, he's some size.
You haven't put him yet, dear. He's still dairy cows.
He's probably heavier because he's been fed.
Batch them to get him into the...
We'll try and make a decision here for you today.
Other way up then.
Yeah, in a minute.
Okay.
And there we go in class 118. The ball born for the 1st January 2020. In first place, that goes to 540 from TG and Ian Parkinson. And in second place, that goes to 541 from Albert Lawrence. A round of applause for both competitors there. Fantastic show of the sheep classes, the class 157, the ram class is about to start, so the competitors would make their way to the ring. Ring number 3 for class 157, the Stuart Wilson. 2020. Your judge, Mr. Clyde Davison Ledbury.
Can't get a sheep in.
With 2 balls here before you.
Can I ask you what sheep these are?
Them one's Kerry Hill.
Kerry Hill?
Kerry Hills, yeah.
And where do they come from?
Kerry, which is Bidwell, Shropshire border. That's the owner, but they've actually been on mine.
Okay.
He's travelled from Baker Philly. Yeah, but pretty breed.
Yeah, lovely.
Mm.
Can I ask what type of sheep they are?
Oxford Down.
Oxford Down?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Just noticed the goats. I saw the sign and got distracted by the pigs. We have a reluctant competitor. Waiting the queue for the show arena.
And in 3rd place, that goes to the Aberdeen Angus bull there, again from TG.
So now off to look at the horses, I think. Welsh black-faced sheep. Oh, and bacon rolls. Oh, lots of lovely smells.
And this is Romney, and this is Jacobs, and the hat's to match. And then she's not spinning that wool; she's having it spun for her. Value wool.
Yeah.
It's called. And she does all her own spinning for the hats and things. Oh yeah.
When he's a kid, don't be well yet.
Ready? Silly ears. Forwards. I'll get you both. Yeah. Better.
What's in the race? Yeah, you rabbit. Listen.
Very sweaty. Do you want me to go and get anything? Sweaty, you smell it.
Combination.
today. Sadly.
You made me win. How are you, my darling? No, I need my shades. Just my eyes are fine.
Unlucky 8 faults on your first ride there, Grace, on Raindrop, in the time of 53.75.
I love the vehicle.
Well done there, Dylan, and lovely support from the outside. That was a lovely clear, and that was in a good time of 63.30. Well done, Dylan.
Yeah, what's going on over here? Shopping mall.
It's quite nice for Cheshire. Yeah.
Well, pretty busy.
Dozen of 4. Dozen of 12.
Yeah, we're going to come back in here, darling.
They said it's going well. They said the dogs are good.
I'll take cash right now anytime.
Well, I'll get you one when we get engaged. Will you actually...
Actually, the same thing is the one that I'm fully sanctified and they're wonderful because they're so good. Pirates for a pirate show. Big or small over here. Calling all pirates for a pirate show.
So have you got a message for us? You're silent. Your plants. I'd like to know more about this. Monmouthshire County Council now, I think they're responsible for all this grass.
And what's not so good for the garden. Okay, all right.
Hey, I'm particularly interested in this because my niece is in America and she said the largest cultivated piece of vegetation in America is lawns. It's more than all the national parks put together, and they pour chemicals on them, you know, which goes into the water course. They cut them with lawnmowers and everything else, and they're really like deserts. And so we've started to make our lawn much more different in that we've got plants in there and flowers and everything else, and we're trying to attract as many insects as possible. Because how often do most people sit on their lawns? They don't. So tell us about this. I've seen these notices when I walk around Usk and places like that. So tell us what's happening. What are you doing?
Well, I think that our Monmouthshire has been involved we've declared a climate emergency. So Welsh Government have declared the first country in the world to declare a climate emergency, and Monmouthshire has declared one. So part of our response to the climate and nature emergency is to be more conservation minded and try and help with our biodiversity, improve it and bring it back from the brink, really. So my colleagues who have got a wonderful campaign called Nature's Not Neat, and they are encouraging householders to let a bit of grass grow if they can, plant a tree if you've got space, have a little shrub that's great for bees and pollinators. So it's about just kind of bringing, and that's part of our game here for the little ones, the Great Garden Challenge, is to kind of explore, perhaps convenience against what's good for the planet. We're saying avoid stuff like the fake grass and the fake flowers, and just relax a little.
Just come and sit down over here with me. Come and sit down over here with me. Come on, come on, come and take a seat. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, do I smell nice?
Oh, steam. Oh, these are all handmade. Lovely.
I like making it.
You make it yourself? Wow.
Julian made all those over there.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Look at this. Electric. Do you make them yourself?
Yeah.
Do you buy kits or just make them?
No, we do all our own designs and.
Fantastic.
Yeah. We bought a few kits to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then.
A real skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Morgan's Family Butcher looks busy. Long queue. This must be the place to buy your lunch.
They're both different sizes.
The amount of work that goes into producing these fancy dress costumes is really quite amazing. If our John Deere tractor could lead off our parade round, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, maybe.
welcome to all of you to Usk Showground here today. I'm sure you can appreciate just what an effort it's been to put this show on in any year, but even so this year. We are just currently waiting for the Squib motorcycle display team to set up. I'm sure you're aware they need to get it just right for what they're about to do, and I am sure you are going to be in for a real treat.
Make some noise for TV guys going in at this round. And there it is, the safety jump there for Jamie. May have seen the nicest seconds. Both of these riders use action of freestyle in this country. They are going to start rolling out the mountain stage. The noise that you make a crazy event. A big double time there, that's taking the world of BMX, that's kicking. A big lazy double time there. A big knock there from Jamie. What's racing? I think that's what you're seeing right now. Really lazy no-hander there from and that is a massive lazy scuba out there. Didn't like the look of that one. Jamie's clear. Massive heart attack right there. Impressive by making the most noise. Let's hear it for Chris Rock and Jamie. Oh dear. This is what happens when you run a show for a year. Well, I did tell you we were about to see a test today. How long is that class for? All theatres. We have no difficulty
You take 3 grand off my account.
God, some side of the tractor.
We just pop one out every evening, let it defrost, and you can have them in the morning. There we are. What's not the lunch? Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Have a nice day. Thanks.
Right, have you seen any?
So what do you call it? This is patchwork, is it?
This is quilting, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I've sewn all my patches together and now I'm just quilting my layers together. So I've got so then when I finished, the underneath, you can see it goes right the way through the 3 layers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And do you sell them?
No.
So you're here just to encourage other people to take it up as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just find the amount of time that it takes to do, and I'm doing it by hand.
And do you sign everyone?
No.
So how will they know in 100 years that this fantastic creation?
Well, I do put my I do put a little label on the back. Yeah, I have done that before, but they tend to be, at the moment, they're all still within the family. Or...
Yeah, you want to put your initials on or something.
And a date.
Yeah, I always say we're time travelers and we're going through time together, but who comes after, who comes before, you know?
I should date them. I should.
You should.
Yeah.
Dinner in there, is it? Yeah, Bill.
Any good? Yes. Worth drinking?
It's true though, the youngsters get the grown-ups involved very often.
Yeah.
Loads of our volunteers got involved.
Situation resolved, we will call the RSPCA and they will break into the car.
David Brown, of course, a very, very famous name in engineering terms. You may know and heard of the Aston Martin DB6, DB7. Well, the DB is David Brown. Next, a real rarity. I don't think I've ever seen one of these in the flesh. The Volvo, obviously Scandinavian, Volvo BM. And that stands for Bullingdon Moncton. And again, just a sensational restoration. And we like to see them just as much as the highly restored, because if nothing else, ladies and gentlemen, it does show the farmers, that sort of thing. Fortune Major next. It came out of the factory. That tractor would have been petrol paraffin, but at the time, early 50s, everybody was basically converting to diesel. Now a particularly splendid 135, and this has a retrofitted bespoke safety cab fitted to it, and that has really only been produced in the last couple of years, so great to see that one. So, just look at that for a display of tractors, ladies and gentlemen. Just worth remembering that all of these tractors are basically tools of the trade. 50, 60, 70 years these have spent their life on farms, up and down the country, cow muck, rain, sleet, snow and everything else that you could ever throw at a tractor. And then they fall into the hands of the restorers. And these guys, who I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, nobody pays them. They come to these shows because they like supporting the shows. And it is a remarkable thing, I think, when you think of the time and trouble and effort and money, let's be honest, that has been spent on getting these tractors back to this absolutely incredible state. And I mean, things like this tractor and loader here, just astonishing to see. But the vast majority of these tractors are very much English built and English used, if you like, indigenous to this country. Harry Ferguson, who features quite heavily today with our tractor display, he drew it up, he built it. So that gives you a measure of the man. He then went on to have various liaisons with different manufacturers, including David Brown and Henry Ford. Fell out with both of them fairly spectacularly, and then set up his manufacturing with the Standard Car Company and Standard Vanguard, etc. I'm sure some of you have heard of.
I bought it when it was crankshaft was seized up on it, and my father bought a new one in 1965, and I thought, well, I'll get another one and do it up as well. So that's why I got it.
Well, you must be very proud of it, because to get a tractor to this standard, that hasn't happened by accident.
All the tin work was original, bar the back wings.
Well, fantastic. It's a credit to you, sir, and thank you very much for bringing it. Lovely to see, and that distinctive noise, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Not the same guy?
Yeah. Real tracks with the winter one.
Trying to work out what that banner says. It actually says poultry, moving from the bottom to the top, and that's what I wanted to go and see. It looks like there's a queue to go in here. That's the first tent with exhibits that I found a queue.
This way!
Oh yeah.
Don't put your fingers in there. So.
Look at this chicken.
1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, you move. Marrons at the time. You want to put some eggs in?
I can speak Dutch.
this is a long queue as well. Another queue, home parts. Horticulture.
You can buy all sorts of things.
Yeah, you already do it. No, we were here like
Well, I'm this I think it'll do well good to miss me. So, joy.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
What a display.
Thank you.
It's lovely. Beautiful.
That's really nice, thank you.
Lovely.
No, it's fine.
Hello. Do you keep your own bees?
Yeah, all from my own bees.
And how many hives do you have?
About 250.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's serious.
keeps me busy.
Dozen and a half. And has it been a good year?
Yeah, it's been not too bad considering spring was a bit of a write-off.
Yeah.
You know.
No, lovely. Oh, don't worry, don't worry.
Yeah, yes, I have,
You're going to be here till the very end.
My dad used to push my phone.
Are you still there, Dad? Got Alzheimer's, sadly.
You're on candid camera now, look at that.
You've got to take the bowler hat. In the pocket, out of the pocket, by the car.
Yeah. That's good. After the next door. That's good.
I think the big so yeah, all of these are they're not drilled and they all have a flat back so that you can attach it.
So I take it off through medium well carry. Yeah. So I take it.
I don't think it's that bad.
I get teased quite a bit for working the continental breeds. The UK heavy breeds very much need our support, but the breeding on the whole over the last several years has been more for sort of leisure, domestic use, the show ring, but every single time it makes tears well. I met him on the day he was born. He came to live with me when he was 10 months old, and we've been working together in the woodlands since he was 4.5. And he's my #1 logging horse. He is still awesome on the big timber. He loves it. So don't let this kind of peaceful version in here phase you. He's very forward going when we're out in the woodlands. And I use him on all the difficult timber. If I've got a tricksy pull that's heavy, it's my man every time. The other 2 horses I have are also Ardennes. I've got Sol, who's 15 now. I imported him as a 2-year-old from Belgium, and he's slightly smaller than Kip, very different personality. He hates the big timber. He's much better, and we'll go all day long on the medium-sized timber, but where Sol shines is on the really tricky terrain. And this just shows you how, despite his size, he can turn on a sixpence. Go on, love. Right away, darling. Right away, love. Good boy. Step up one. Well done, love. Walk on, darling. So these are heavy bits of timber, and this is skidding, or tushing out. Good boy. Come right over. Very old-fashioned method of bringing out the timber, but we still use it a lot. It's fast on terrain, and as you can see, we can turn quickly, hitch on, and bring the timber out really fast. So the horses working up in those valleys, we're creating fire breaks in the hope that if a fire is set, it won't spread quite so far, quite so quickly.
Having a...
No. There you go. You are not great.
Go on then.
Hello!
Who are you?
I'm Alex. This is Jacob.
Jacob Isaac.
Hi, Jacob.
How are you doing, bud?
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was
very
lovely.
good. Yeah,
very good.